A big reason why UCLA basketball is enjoying this resurgence is because of the efforts of our guest today on the Bruin Insider Show. It is Skyy Clark. With Nick Koop, I'm Bryan Fenley. Skyy, thanks so much for being a part of this.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
We're going to have fun during this conversation, I guarantee it. And I guess starting out, I want to know what it's like to feed a lob to a Daimar on your side and then going up and throwing up to the big man.
I mean, it's probably the easiest thing I can do. I mean, having someone like a Dai, you literally just like throw it anywhere and he's don't even got to jump to catch it. It's so much fun.
I love watching you at the end of games because I feel your confidence through the TV screen, and we saw that on Sunday against Ohio State with that deep three. What kind of confidence do you have in yourself in these late game situations?
My confidence comes from God. The night before every game, we have scout, and we have these packets of paper with literally every single detail about every player. And on the front of it, I write confidence on it. And so that's where I get my strength and confidence from.
One of those threes you hit, obviously, you had three on Sunday in the win against Ohio State, was under a minute to go. The Buckeyes were kind of closing in, but you had that big three, top of the key, the step back. It was a thing of beauty to watch. How often do you practice something like that, even just on these courts here or at Austin?
Yeah, every night, me and my trainer, Duran, we're working out, and he makes me practice making like 5 in a row from that deep. So it's been something that I've been working on. I've gotten really comfortable doing. So, you know, I had the opportunity to take one in the game, and, you know, I'm glad I made it. If not, who knows what would happen.
You've always been known as a shooter, though. What's kind of your earliest memory if you remember becoming a knockdown guy?
I really say sophomore year of high school. Freshman year, I think I was shooting low 30%, and then sophomore year I bumped it up to above 40. And I think third game of the season I hit like 7 threes, and I had like 3 and 1 threes. So after that game, I think it was like it took me to another level of confidence while I was shooting.
That confidence is showing itself in over the course of your career. This year, you have the highest percentage from three-point range of all the years. And you've also said recently, coming off the win on Sunday against Ohio State, that this, among all of your college playing seasons, this is the year where you have found the most maturity within yourself in season. How much credit do you give Mick Cronin in what he has taught you, not just on the basketball court, but in life as well?
Nah, I mean, I was literally just talking to my mom about this like 2 days ago. I think this year, through everything that I've been through, starting from the summer, I really had to grow up because my dad has been in the hospital since June 25th. He's out now doing rehab and everything, but he was in the hospital for a lot of months. So I really had to grow up and really learn what it means to be a man and help take care of the family and take care of my siblings. And but I mean, Coach Cronin, I mean, me and Ide talked a little about it in the press after Ohio State. He teaches us about life. It's like yes, he's on us about basketball, but like most of the things that he's teaching us is about life. And so, you know, I just try to take as much info as I can and apply it to myself for sure.
Glad to hear your dad is on the up, and he's been out of the hospital for a little while now. Love to hear that. And, yes, you alluded to those comments after the game from the head coach and how he said he's worried about what you guys think when you're 28 years old. But you're not 28 right now. But how does that still resonate with you right now as a junior?
I mean, a lot of the stuff that he says, I mean, it applies to, like, everyday life. Just being mature, being smart. He's been helping us, like, teaching us saving and everything like that. And it's just like the things that he's teaching us, you can apply it to everyday life. Like, yes, he wants us to remember it when we're 28 because that's really when our brains are fully developed and we can really understand and like see it from a different perspective. But I mean, if you just do it right now, you just take a step back and be like, listen to the message, not how he's saying it, then you can get a lot out of it.
Hanging out with us on the Bruin Insider Show is UCLA basketball standout Skyy Clark alongside Nick Koop. I'm Bryan Fenley. So when it comes to your ability as an offensive player, you're a multi-level scorer. I've noticed that when we talk about hitting the free throws, that you've done a really good job at doing that lately. How do you get yourself more to the line? You're so good at creating your own shots. So as far as getting to the line, I know Coach would love that, and you certainly have all the talent and more. What do you think that would take?
Definitely take a lot of notes from Baz. I got to talk to him more. I mean, he's great at getting to the line. He's a super physical player. I mean, he gets to the basket. Sometimes I'm like, how can I do that? But yeah, no, I think it's just being more aggressive, going downhill, being stronger, going off 2 feet more, playing off my pump fakes and everything will definitely solve that.
You're one of several new guys brought in this year, a lot of different backgrounds. How have you seen everybody come together, really going back to last summer when you guys first got here?
Yeah, it's been amazing. I said it in the press before, this is like my favorite team that I've been on. I mean, all the guys, they're super fun, they're super easygoing. There's no egos. Like, literally everybody on this team is just, like, for each other. And that energy is, like, spread throughout the season. You've seen some games where, like, we're just clicking, like, the entire game. And it's helped us win a lot of games, too, so it's been amazing.
So in your experience, because you've been a couple places, high school and college, is that hard to come by?
Yeah, for sure. It's hard to get – I mean, we got 17 dudes on the team. It's hard to find 17 dudes that are all not about themselves, for sure.
If I remember correctly, you have more than 17 affirmations that you like to write out. I've noticed on Instagram that these are reminders about your belief in yourself, understanding your worth to society, to your team, to your family, to your friends. Writing out affirmations like you have and then speaking them into existence, how does that uplift you?
Nah, I actually got to give the credit. My girlfriend wrote those before the Illinois game because she wasn't able to be there and she knew what type of game it was going to be. And so she wrote those for me. Shout out to her. But, you know, my mom, she's always taught me that first, and my father as well. But I'm a human being before anything. And I think a lot of people forget that with athletes is we're people too. Like, even though we can do some crazy things on the court or on the field or whatever sport you play, like at the end of the day, like we go through mood swings, we have emotions, like we're going through stuff in our daily lives. So just taking time for yourself, meditating, writing down my journal, reading my Bible, stuff like that, just to help me stay centered has done a lot for me for sure.
How's your ankle doing, by the way?
It's doing good. It's doing good.
All right. I figured as much when we saw you come back in the game, but you never know, you know, a day or two later. All right,
yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Social media on Instagram, you have 197,000 followers. What is your perspective on social media and how much you go to it during the season and how much you're like, I got other things to do too?
Nah, yeah. I mean, I think social media is a great tool if you use it correctly. I think it's a platform that God has given me to spread his word and spread a positive message, which I try to do to the best of my abilities. But I think where people go wrong with social media is when they're just spreading gossip and comparing their lives to someone else's lives, even though the person that they're looking at, you know, all glitter ain't gold. So I know a lot of people who have a lot of followers whose lives look great on social media, but, you know, off the internet, they're living a rough life. So, but yeah, social media is a great tool if you use it correctly.
How's it been being back in LA for you? Grew up here. How have you liked, not just from a basketball perspective, but just living here, being back in Los Angeles?
I mean, Coach Cronin say it every day. We're in Westwood. I mean, it really don't get much better than that. Great weather. The beach is like 10 minutes down the road. I got all my old coaches, old friends, old family members all out here to support me. So, I mean, it's been amazing. I couldn't ask for more.
If it's a summer day in the off season and you've already gotten your basketball workout done in the morning, and we want to hang out with you, what are we doing for the day? In a summer day, how are you spending your time on an off day, Skyy Clark?
Nah, we're loafing. Straight loafing. I mean, I'm a pretty chill dude. I just sit around the house or, you know, if it's good weather outside, I'll go find a nice spot. I like to go on hikes and stuff like that. So, you know, if you're up for it, we can go on a hike and go to the beach and go wherever. Do yoga on the beach. Yes, sir.
I love it. I'm all about all those relaxing things, meditative, out in nature, away from all the busy day-to-day.
Yes, sir.
So when you have seen this team play at its best, and I think we saw a good part of that on Sunday with the defense and the rebounding, but when this team is at its best, what does it look like to you?
It's fun. Me and Ide talk about it because we usually chill the night before games and just talking and watching basketball, watching film, and just like visualizing plays that we see for each other, making it happen in the game. But sometimes I'll just stop and be like, yo, like, we really hooping right now. Like, we look nice. And, like, yeah, it's so much fun. For sure.
You know what also is fun and looks nice is that when you have the basketball in your hands, you do such a good job of taking care of the basketball. Obviously, you have to take some credit for that, but what has gone into just how well you have valued every possession?
Yeah, that was definitely, I'd say, the biggest part of my game that I've grown in. Last year, I believe I had more turnovers than assists, and I knew that was one of the knocks on me in my game. So Coach Cronin has been a big part of that, teaching me to, like, slow down and really helping me understand what it means to value the basketball.
You allude to it right there, but that was something I was curious about, how you've had to adapt your game here to UCLA and the ways you've had to grow it.
Yeah, I mean, really, I've just been trying to do whatever I can to win, whether that's playing off the ball at moments, playing on the ball at moments, whether it's, you know, I'm not scoring that much, but I'm locking down their best player. So whatever it is, like, I think that's also another reason why this team is so amazing, because we have so many guys that are like that, like, they don't care about their points. They don't care about what they're doing on offense. Like, they just want to win.
Our guest on the Bruin Insider Show is Skyy Clark of UCLA basketball. This is your third year of college, so you have had experience. When do you feel like it's most important, and when those moments are to when you feel like compelled to speak up for your team and to interject and say something?
Yeah, definitely, like, times where the game's going out of control. I'm not really like a loud rah-rah guy. I'm more of like huddle the team together and calmly talk to them and try to keep everything even keel. So, you know, whenever I see we're looking rattled or anything, I'll just try my best to get the dudes together and talk to them, say, look, we're good. Let's just slow down. You know, we've been in this position before. We've made it out of it. So yeah.
A week ago, that game against Minnesota got away from you guys. What were the conversations that you were having as a team before you guys got back on the floor?
I mean, we knew that was a tough one that we let get away, especially I believe we were up like 17 at one point or something like that. And so, yeah, no, that one definitely still hurts. But, I mean, we knew we had to come back, bounce back, and we know we got to try to win out these next 3 games as well for sure.
Last one for me, Skyy, is that, yeah, you have to finish out strong, and then you've got the conference tournament going on. How do you focus on what's in front of you? It's very cliche. You've got 3 more regular season games, but on social media, we were talking about that. People are talking about where this team would be and what place they would stand in the tournament. And to lock in, what does that take out of you?
I mean, it's going to take a lot of focus. I think that's the biggest thing, is just keeping everybody locked in on what we want to do. And let's go as far as we can in the tournament and make a Final Four national championship run, which this team can do for sure. We played some really good teams and came out on top. But I'd say that's the biggest thing, just staying focused.
All right, I have to ask you about your shorts. I think you're trying to bring the Baggy back a little bit. I haven't seen Baggy shorts like you wear in probably 10-plus years. Are you trying to bring them back?
Yeah, I mean, I just like wearing what's comfortable. I mean, I'm always wearing baggy clothes. My clothes are usually double or triple XL, just because it's comfortable. I mean, it does look good too. But I mean, yeah, if we could start it, I know Trey Mann's doing it, and there's some other hoopers that are doing it too. So if we can bring that look back, that'll be fire for sure.
I feel like we all had a comfortable time in chatting with you. And as we wrap up this conversation, Skyy Clark with us on the Bruin Insider Show for Nick Koop. I'm Bryan Fenley. I might, Skyy, take you up on that yoga at the beach in the summer. Maybe. We'll see what happens. I appreciate it.
Let me know. All summer, I'm hot yoga, Pilates. We're on the beach. We're just relaxing. So
we're chilling.
Yes, sir. We're chilling.